Joanna, you're an artist, an illustrator, and we have just seen wonderful designs and artwork you have done, mostly manually. And you have been talking about how designs are done manually and how things are taking a different turn in countries like Switzerland, where productivity is counted in a different way.
There are no such borders. So you see two views of my studio. Sometimes it looks more like a graphic studio, and sometimes it's a big mess with paint and drawing and everything.
Because manual work, you count against the time. So, and still you prefer to do things while things are advanced with the electronic media. You love to do things by hand.
Yes.
So, why do you do that?
Why do I do that? I think it's for me it has to go through hands. Because I'm not an office woman. If I just sit on a computer, I don't move. I just stare in a screen, and I'm making art like this with the mouse. I mean, there are trackpads now as well and everything. But I like brushes. I like the scent of it. I like the touch of paper. I like differences of paper. And I mean, nowadays, of course, at the end it has to be digital. So I have, of course, to scan it in and to work on Photoshop and everything. But this is the part I like less. And what I think, like you said, comparison to Switzerland and India, what is fascinating here is that I see there's like high tech and really like handcraft existing, coexisting like in the same time. And I hope really you don't lose this.
Right. At the same time, as you said, like how it happens in Switzerland, like time is money. So
Yes.
people like any professional will charge like X amount for the work. But naturally, when you do something by hand, yeah, of course, it has a great value.
Yes.
But people also think about the time factor, like especially in the AI period, like
Yes.
when things are like
Yes.
something that we have been doing in 2 months' time, now it is happening in 2 hours' time.
Yes.
So, how do you? What do you think is the future of continuing with this?
What I see in Switzerland is that handcraft or hand-done things are coming back, but in a very elite, high-end design level. So you pay a lot nowadays for like, I don't know if you have IKEA, probably as well, like this furniture house, Swedish. So everyone buys there, but now it starts that like people are asking a carpenter to do like a table by hand, and they want to pay for it again. So I think it's slowly balancing again on valuing handcraft, but it will take time until it is like, actually, why do we value so differently? No, it should be like work should just be paid the same. If someone is painting by hand or working digitally, where is the difference? No, like this, it's not just time is money, but why do we value things so differently and so unequal? This is the problem.
Are you part of any community who support these kind of initiatives where there will be many people who would love to do things by hand, while things are progressing in a very high speed.
Yes.
Are you part of any such community, or would you like to initiate any such?
I would like to, even more like in Switzerland, we are a group of artists, and when I think about it, it's not our main topic, but we are all very hands-on artists. And I'm not against like the technical part. I think if we can merge like new technologies with like old technologies or old tradition, I'm looking for this now. How we can again like not valuing it differently, but just like appreciate this like this diversity. But of course, yes, I would love to do more, and I think this is one of my goals. Like especially after being in India and seeing like again this beauty and warmth that like handmade things have. It's just for me, it's just a different thing, definitely.
Just before your session, there was an animation, just like a completely hand drawn animation, the traditional way of animation.
Yes.
And the artist who did the director was here, and she was also talking about the
Yes.
beauty of
I have to
of the
meet her,
outcome.
yes.
Yeah. Even I'll connect you with her. But yeah, I understand when you say this. And earlier, when I had a conversation with one of a theater director, so I was also asking about the future of theater, because things are changing with technology and like movies, even AI is there in movies. So he was saying like how artists continued to do things differently when photography came.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think it's maybe the thing of not being afraid that things are getting lost, they transform. It's always like transformation. It's not just losing things. This is the first thing that I wanted to say. And the other, just escaped of my mind. Sadly, I just had a. Yeah, I don't know it anymore. Sorry.
No problem. I'll keep in touch. Probably
Yes.
we'll connect through Zoom
Yes.
so we can
yes,
talk a little more.
Yes, of course.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.